Welcome back, everyone, to episode 16 of Late Night Tinkering. I can't believe this is, I guess it's actually more than the 16th episode. I guess it's 18 because we've had a couple of those half episodes thrown in there. But, 18 episodes in, still going strong. Really joyous at this point. How are you guys doing?
I
I'm
mean,
pretty good, Coupe.
yeah, the haters said we'd be five and done. I think we're proving the haters wrong. We're still look. This is the journey for all of us. This is a road that eventually we'll want to be an FPL content creators. So we know that this isn't an easy route. But hey, we're tryhards. We're going to give it all we've got, and this is just the path to success right here. So
It's a niche market, so it takes a little bit of time.
it does. I mean, look, once we realize that we know what we're talking about, we nail every differential. I mean, it'll be plain sailing from there.
It's pretty tough with my current ranking, but I think I'm bringing the pod down.
Yeah, the average is definitely decreasing because of you. It's fine.
You're definitely not helping, but if we could all have top 500K finishes, I think that would be pretty solid.
No, dude, the goal is always top 100K.
Okay.
That's it.
Well,
maybe not for you.
Somehow I'm maybe being more realistic, despite being almost a mil higher than you now.
Well, once again, that's because you don't know anything. It's not about realism, Coop. There's plenty of points left on the table.
You know what? I am a good type of person to have for the season because maybe I come in with the least knowledge, but I'm performing the highest. So hopefully this encourages other future FPL managers who are looking to get more into football to, roll the dice and see how it goes for them next year.
I hope to God they don't make the same mistakes and get lucky the way you have. I hope they play well.
You really are an inspiration to so many people across the country, and for that,
so many.
You're like the second coming of fucking Jesus, bro.
All right. Let's get on track. Game week, what was it? 22, I believe. Game week 22. I'm gonna go last because I don't even want to go. So I'm gonna let you guys take the floor, whichever one of you wants to say how you did.
Definitely, I'll get started. In what ended up being a pretty dry week for the premiums of the game, a blank from Palmer, a blank from Salah. He got the 1 point for the clean sheet. A blank from Isak. It was his first in 9 weeks or something like that. It was a huge week for me in my differentials. Bruno Fernandes getting a gritty little goal from the penalty spot, which was Man U's only shot on target that game. And then Emile Smith-Rowe, he was recalled into the starting 11 for the first time for me, probably for the first time in about 10 weeks or so. And he scores a goal, ends up on 3 bonus. So huge results for my differential. I ended up on 61 points, and I'm sitting at, what is my rank? I'm sitting at 466,000 right now. So a decent green from last week, about 150K or so, headed back in the right direction.
Coop, how did your cup match go?
You know what? The cup match actually ended up being much less of a sweat than I thought it would be. I thought that my opponent would be playing double Forest D. He actually only ended up playing cells, which I thought was a mistake at the time, but didn't end up mattering because Forest did not keep a clean sheet as I expected. And then, his kind of differentials in that team that he had just they honestly didn't come through for him. Jacob Murphy, 2-pointer, Nicholas Jackson, more disappointment for his managers. And then Morgan Rogers, a 1-pointer. So I was able to get the win by 20 points, and we're moving on to the round of 65,536 with Digo FC up next. So looking forward to that one.
You just played some good defense out there. I mean, that's all you can attribute that to. Sometimes you just got to park the bus and come away with the win. I had so what do you had 61 points overall or something?
61, yeah.
So 61 for you, 51 for me. Definitely a tough week in the midfield and forwards department. Only getting 1 assist, 0 goals from my front 6 guys, which is not really a recipe for success in Fantasy Premier League. But luckily, my just outstanding defense and goalkeeper came to the rescue. Dean Henderson with a clean sheet. Lewis Hall with a cheeky corner assist. Anthony Robinson with a clean sheet and 2 bonus. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, clean sheet, assist, 2 bonus. So pretty much all of my points coming from midfield.
You mean defense?
From my defense and goal, yeah. And then just a singular assist from Eberechi Eze, who has been a very, very nice pickup for your boy with 4 returns in 4 weeks out of Eberechi. So he's well and truly cemented his place in Melman's men for the foreseeable future. Tiny green, probably about, I want to say 50k green, up to about 580,000. So not bad. We'll take it. Well, and I lost in the cup, which is fucked.
Oh,
my guy,
tough.
I don't want to relive it. I lost by 5 points. This guy has Jean-Philippe Mateta, who earns a last-minute penalty, shoots it, and Fabianski dives to his left, gets a knee on it, and the ball trickles into the back of the net.
He basically dove over it.
He had Jean-Philippe Mateta and Chris Wood up front, and they just really killed me. So I lost in the cup, but it was a nice run. Won 6 rounds, so I can't be too disappointed. It's like Peterborough United making like 3 rounds in the FA Cup, so it's okay.
I was gonna say you can't really complain about it. He's had 4 returns in 4 weeks. Definitely better than my SAR pick, but
I wasn't complaining about Eze.
No, but I'm just saying from that game, it just kind of sucks to see that he's confirmed to not be on Pence.
What? He was off the pitch at that point.
Oh, he was? He got subbed off?
Yeah, he got subbed off in like the 80th minute.
Okay, never mind. Maybe the pen hope is still alive for him.
It more so hurt that Mateta took the shittest pen of the year and it's still in it.
Oh my god!
And he won by if he missed, that's -4 for the goal, plus -2 because he missed the pen. I would have won. Plus probably like minus a couple bonus as well. That's fine.
He would have been good.
Hassan, how did your week go? Scared to ask.
I got 38 points. I got 38 points, and
you do realize if you every player should get 2. Like if you times that by 11, you didn't really get much more than like just every player getting 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, I had 2 people return, and that would be Trent and Bruno. So I had 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 bonus from Trent, and 1 bonus from Bruno, and the clean sheet point for Mo. Hey, at least we won.
You got 2 because you captained.
What?
You got two clean sheet points from Mo.
Yes, I got yes. But at least Mo Captainers won, right?
Yeah, big win for Mo Captainer.
A big 1-point win for the Mo Captainers. Just an awful week for me. Honestly, like I was starting to come back. I had broken into the top mill at some point, even like during like midweek games. There was one game week that I ended by the looks of it. Just inside the top mill, and there were some game weeks where in the middle of the game week I was at like 7:30, and I was like, "Oh, I'm starting to come back." But right now the comeback train has hit a couple roadblocks. Okay, but we're gonna go full steam ahead starting next week, hopefully. It just sucked. It was another red arrow for me. That's back-to-back red arrows, and I'm sitting at 1.363 million as of right now, going into game week 23. But as I told Coupe in the beginning of the goddamn episode, there are a lot of points left on the table. We still have the chips. We still have, like the manager chip now too. Like there's a lot of doubles coming up. There's blanks. Like it's all about preparation now, and a whole lot less about just variance. Now it's gonna show who's ready to play FPL and who's just kind of having a good season through some positive variance. So I'm excited. I think the comeback train's going full steam ahead. I'm still going for the top 100K. I don't care if anyone says it's not realistic. It definitely still is realistic. But the longer that I stay in this area, the less likely it becomes. So it sucked. But my team's looking pretty good for next week, so I'm pretty excited. And obviously, I got knocked out of all the cups last week, so it doesn't matter.
I think that's your new favorite term. Positive variance.
Yes, it is. It is a great. It is,
Is positive variance how you describe managers like me? Is that what positive variance is in
no,
your
no.
mind?
Positive variance. Positive variance is just whenever like something goes your way. Like if it's a 50-50 and you choose one route and it just happens to go your way. Like for example, us captaining Mo last week. We got a little bit of positive variance with that one pointer. That's basically what I mean by positive variance. Just a little bit of luck going your way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, overall, a game week to forget for me. Again, for like the 15th time this season. So
Sorry, we've got
move on.
the next few game weeks look tasty. Obviously, we've got. I mean, this game we arguably the best two teams in the league right now have the easiest fixtures. Liverpool with Ipswich at home and Newcastle have Southampton away. So there's definitely going to be points in those. We've got like an Arsenal game against Wolves away.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Chelsea City is going to be a great game on Saturday lunchtime or Saturday evening in England. So there's definitely points for grabs, plus the double the next week. Obviously, we talked a bit about kind of preparing for the double last week. Any new thoughts about what you're going to do? Triple captain, Everton players you're looking to bring in, that third Liverpool player, maybe?
I will say one thing because I think this time last week it wasn't confirmed, but it looks like Jota's going to miss at least one of the games in the double. So I will say that does make Liverpool's midfielders, and I guess Gakpo's not a midfielder in the game, but he kind of plays winger. Their minutes are going to look a little bit better. So now, like, there's more, I guess, safeness in going double Liverpool offense. But from basically what we said last week, I don't think it changes too much. But Calvert-Lewin did get a goal, and now he's going. Now he might be going into the double with some form, and I'm going to be looking to ride that DCL flurry.
Yeah, along the same lines, there's definitely nothing wrong with going, if you want to triple up on Liverpool, going with two at the back. But I think now with that Jota injury, if you don't have a second attacker for them, I think there's a lot of value in bringing that guy in for the double.
You know, I think we lose a lot of viewers and people just turn off the podcast episode whenever they hear Coupe call him Jota.
Yeah.
We gain viewers with Emblemo. Okay.
Okay, look, that was okay. That was a slight, I'm a little bit dyslexic, Coupe. Like there's no reason to just come at that for no reason. Okay, I just mixed up the lettering. Okay, like the order of the letters. I thought it was UE, not EU.
There's nothing wrong with Jota, but let's just move on.
Jota.
Yeah, I'll round off this a little bit. I mean, I've already got 3 Liverpool. Obviously, not changing there. Just praying Luis Diaz gets enough minutes to get some.
They call him Lucho.
Oh, he's from
He came from Porto. Okay,
score, came to score. Luis Diaz, he's from Barrancas, and he plays for Liverpool. Yeah, so we got Lucho, praying that he gets something, and then definitely bring in either DCL or NDI for Evan Nilsson. That'll be the play, and then potentially going to be doing Lewis Hall to Mikalenko as well. I think I'm going to start trying to offload some of these Newcastle assets in the next few weeks. Obviously, it's likely they have a blank in 29, which obviously is, and their fixture run, like the next, after this Southampton game, they have, I'll just tell you right now, I think they have Fulham at home the week after that in the double, in the Liverpool double. Then they have City away, then Forest at home, then Liverpool away, then West Ham away, and then the blank. So I'm probably going to start trying to offload some of their assets just to kind of prepare for that blank, so I don't have to free hit there. So I think Gordon and Isak will probably be a stay for the majority of the time, just because I don't love the other options. I could take a punt in 27 and 28 on Nicholas Jackson, who have Chelsea have Leicester at home and Southampton at home, I think, back-to-back weeks. So that could be a play. But I think Hall is gone. There's not really any games there that I think I'd want to start in. Maybe Fulham at home. But if I have Mikalenko, then I get the double. And then Gordon, I think bringing in Bumo is going to be the play. To be honest, they have some nice fixtures, and that beautiful bold man will be coming back and blessing Melbourne's men. So
Yeah, I mean, I agree that Newcastle's fixtures are not so great coming up, and I think it is probably just about time to start offloading some of the assets that aren't named Alexander Isak. And you could even think about offloading assets named Alexander Isak. If you were one of those people that got him after he rose in price quite a few times, and you got him closer to like 9 mil or so, I think it's fine. It's just a little bit tougher for those that got him at 8.5. What is he now 9.5 or 9.6?
He's 9.5.
Yeah, he's 9.5, so he's rose a mil basically
Yeah.
during this time, and it's just brutal to kind of lose that team value, knowing that if you want to get him back after the blank, you have to just pay more.
I mean, you're losing 0.5 in team value effectively, right? If you got him at 8.5, because you sell him at 9, and then you'd have to bring him back at 9.5. So I think it's likely that Isak is probably a hold for me through the blank, and then just pray that I have, like, I will have enough. I'll make sure I have enough other players to cover that I have a full 11. Obviously, Mo, if they beat Spurs in the second leg, he's going to blank 29 as well. And obviously, most people have a lot of value tied up with Mo as well. So, I mean, if you sell those guys, then you're looking at, I mean, you guys probably don't, but if you sell those guys, then that's already a mil you're losing between them two. So I think the best bet is just to accept that it's going to be tough to have a great week that week, unless people are wildcard, unless people are like free hitting and just getting all the good players, and just eating those two on the bench for a week and just try and find enough points to kind of survive that week. I think is the best play.
I mean, the fixtures are not the best for Isak, but I don't really know if any of them warrant benching. I mean, he's got Fulham at home.
I'm not talking about benching Isak any of those weeks. I'm talking about benching him 29.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he has the blank, right?
Or you could put him in your lineup just because you know someone's coming in off the bench. Just the cheeky auto sub.
I mean, that's what I've been doing with Evan Nilsson.
Yeah.
But Luis Diaz has not been getting it done off the bench. So I've changed it up. I'm going Luis Diaz starting and then JP off the bench and see if that ignites.
See if that makes a difference.
Yeah. But Evan Nilsson once again is getting the start.
Yeah, I mean, but the fixtures are not great for Isak, but I think Fulham at home is plenty fine. City away is honestly pretty good based on the way that they've been defending so far this season. And really the main tough fixture in there is Liverpool away, but then the grass gets much greener after that with West Ham, Crystal Palace, Brentford, Leicester. So
he's missing the Crystal Palace one. That's the blank.
That's right. There'll be a blank. Well, if there's one that he had to miss in there, I'm honestly glad it's that one. But yeah, I think Isak's a hold for me as well, just because of the price that I got him at. And if you do have the transfers, I agree that Hall has to go. I mean, he has been racking up those. He has been racking up those attacking points, and doing his work with those corners that he's on. But he's not a guy that I would want to start over the next 3 weeks after Southampton away.
He is up to 5.1 million now. You know how annoying? I don't know what they did to the pricing dynamic system. Like, I feel like people are flying up this year. There are so many people that have risen close to 1 million. I feel like it's not usually this many.
I just think there's just been a lot of like players that have, like, everyone's been going now, like with Twitter and everything. Like, I just think there's such a big kind of push on people over a certain few weeks that they're just, like Chris Wood, like everyone's on him like the last 2 or 3 weeks, right? So that he's obviously going to rise like at least 0.2, 0.3 because they can rise every week, right? Pretty much with the way the algorithm works. And then like someone like Aina as well is almost up 1 mil because now he's owned by like 30% of people when at the start of the season he's probably owned by like, I don't know, 2-3%, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So it's definitely rising a lot, and it's definitely annoying when you've got money tied up in these players and, maybe you have to sell, or maybe, if you have to sell them, it's not ideal, is it? Well, it's fine if you want to sell them, but if you want to try and bring them back, right? If you're looking to sell for a blank and then bring in a like dead end 29, wildcard 30, and then just bring them back to players, like you're losing a lot of value there. So yeah, that's definitely a tough part. But Lewis,
you guys want to know what the clown move of the season already is. Like no move that any of us has made is going to, through even in the future until the end of the season between now and May, is going to overtake this as clown move of the season. Let me just jog
Where are you
you
going
guys
with this?
memory. Take you back to like I believe game week 15 or 16. I was going to pick up Trent and I was going to go Son and Trent instead of going like Mo Salah and like a 4 or 5 million defender. I went with Son and Trent. And when I was getting Trent that week, I could either sell Digne and get Trent or sell Aina and get Trent. And I sold Ola Aina for Trent instead of Luka Dean. And I had gotten Ola Aina at 4-4 earlier in the season.
I thought you were going to say the fact that I thought you were going to say that it's that people are selling Palmer this week.
No. I was talking about our clown moves. We could talk about people selling Palmer now. Like that's ridiculous. But I think selling Aina instead of Digne was just the dumbest thing I've ever done in fantasy.
I was almost certain that one was coming for me, but thanks for reminding me. I'd forgotten about that one.
No.
Yeah, I was saying this. I was saying this today. The fact that Luka Digne and Jorgen Strand Larsen are still on your team is just astounding to me.
Yeah, it's horrific. I don't know how I put myself in the situation, but that's also why I'm 1.3 mil right now. So like I guess I can't look at positive variance or negative variance in the face until I sort myself out. I got to take a hard look in the mirror.
Just wild card and make everything better.
No, I'm not going to panic. That's what you do, not me. Anyways, let's talk about Palmer because this is a little bit ridiculous. Like, I think I read somewhere now. Don't hold me accountable if this is a lie. Okay, like maybe I fell for the onion. Who knows? But I read somewhere that as of right now, he's the most sold player this week.
No, not the most sold.
I think he is
third most sold.
Okay, so it's third most. I want to say at some point he was the most sold.
No, it goes Saliba, Jackson, Palmer.
Okay,
that makes sense.
I think that is insane.
Everybody fucking hates his guts right now.
Yeah, people are done with Nicholas. Watch him go bag a brace and an assist for a 15-point haul against City this weekend.
Plus the yellow card.
And yeah, and the yellow card. Don't forget the yellow for taking his shirt off.
I mean, Saliba's injured though, right? I mean, he's probably
that makes sense.
Obviously,
I'm just like he's injured, Saliba, but his timeline is better than what it originally looked like. It's looking like now, or at least Arteta has said that he'll hopefully be back for that game against Manchester City. So he'll miss the game this weekend. He'll miss the other Champions League game, and then he theoretically maybe be back for that game against City.
Which is not a great fixture, to be fair.
It's not.
So
it's
there's
not,
no reason
but
for.
I mean, the fixtures after are very good. I don't necessarily know if I would sell if I was Saliba. I mean,
you also have to think about it from the double perspective, right? A lot of probably the best assets for Everton are probably their defensive assets. So you either downgrade Saliba and get a lot of money and go to someone like Miko, or you downgrade Saliba and go to Konate, which still saves money, or you just go Saliba to Van Dijk, which is basically a sideways switch, and you get the extra fixture and some better fixtures after. So there's just no reason.
Trent's still not like a lot. Like I feel like still under 50% of people have Trent. I think it might change after this week, but he was still like only 40% EO around kind of like my rank at least last week. So I mean,
so there's reason to sell.
He's definitely going to be.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't think people having Trent is like a lock because we all have him, right? So we just assume that everyone has him, but he's still expensive.
There's reason to sell Saliba is the point, but there is no reason to be, and there is reason to be selling Nicholas Jackson as well. He's at like an awkward price point, like we've talked about this. That like 8.5 million price point is awkward, where you do want them to be performing better than like your 6 mils, but like it's just weird. So I understand Nicholas Jackson being sold as well. There's no reason to be selling Cole Palmer. And there was actually someone, like I've talked about this before with someone else, like just privately. he texted me. He was like, "Yo, is Cole Palmer even essential? Like, I'm thinking of selling." And it's just like, dude, the guy's put up 10. I want to say in 3 of his like last 4 game weeks.
Five.
Or 3 of his last
5
5.
now, yeah.
Like he's gone 10-2, 10-10-2. Like I don't know what people are thinking about. He's averaging, what is it? He's averaging 7.5 points per match. There is just no reason to sell him, especially if you got him early when he was around 10-5. And like we've said earlier with Salah and Isak, you would end up losing a good bit of team value. Who in their right mind would sell Cole Palmer right now? For who? Like who? What money are you saving?
Exactly. The only guy that I can think that they're buying is Phil Foden, because with Saka out, Holland just not being anywhere close to what his price point is, I just have no idea where those funds could be going, except for people that are just falling for this current Phil Foden flurry, where he's returned in the last 4 games. He's coming off a 15 and a 19-pointer. I think all those goal contributions that he had came in the first half, as well as that game against Ipswich last week. But I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, the next 6 games for City are not good. I mean, Tottenham's fine, but there's a lot of tough fixtures in there. I really just don't get it.
It was bad. Chelsea at home, Arsenal away, Newcastle at home, Liverpool at home, Spurs away, Nottingham Forest away. The Spurs game is fine, and they have home games, and yes, City do score goals, but they're playing the 3 best defenses in the league between now and game week 28. Whereas Cole Palmer will have home games against Leicester and Southampton, a game against City, which yes, it seems bad on paper, but for an attacker, like they've been leaky. West Ham at home, another leaky defense, and then Brighton and Villa away, which, yes, those aren't fantastic fixtures, but Cole Palmer is definitely good enough to go get you a return against Brighton and Villa away. It is ludicrous, asinine behavior that people are selling Cole Palmer. And if they're going to Phil Foden right now just because of the flurry, I just think that's insane. And if they get rewarded for this, by the way, like if 6 weeks from now, the points-wise, the right move was to sell Cole Palmer and get Phil Foden, I will be done playing this game.
Okay.
I'm done. I will be quitting the season if I'm still 1.3 mil because like a handful of like 250K idiots went and sold Cole Palmer to get Phil Foden and had 2 mil in the bank to spare and got to use it elsewhere to make their squad a little bit better, and it worked. I'm quitting. I'm done.
I actually kind of want to be the beneficiary of this now. Should I try that?
Please be my guest. Please.
No, I can't. But yeah, that would be insane.
Charlie, you've been watching Chelsea games. You're a Chelsea fan.
I mean, look, the only thing I can think is that he's been a bit banged up the last couple of weeks. Obviously, had that kind of niggle going into the Wolves game and didn't look quite right for the whole game. He kind of I think he got stepped on as well, like halfway through the first half, and didn't look great. But I mean, it's just tough. Like, I mean, I don't mind going against the template, but at this point, like everyone has Salah, Palmer, and Isak. Like, you just kind of got to accept that that's kind of what's going on, and then play around those 3 guys. You know?
Yeah.
And I don't think it's not. If Foden had unbelievable fixtures for the next like 6 games, it's not so insane to do that because
yes,
I
but
mean,
it's
it
because
looks like Foden's back, like playing some of his best ball. Like City look. I mean, they've looked better the last few weeks, like for sure. But the fact that their fixtures are just not great, I think it's definitely a tough move. Obviously Palmer's not a sell. But
that's the other thing. Like Foden plays midweek football. Palmer doesn't. Like they don't play Palmer in the Conference League.
Midweek football's coming to an end, right? Next week is the last week of the Champions League until March.
Yeah.
Yes, but Foden is going to have to start that game because it's a must-win for City.
Yes. Foden will start it. Palmer does get a week's rest before every game.
Marmoush.
So that's
new signing, City signing. Omar. Oh. Let me read his full name.
No. How about I read his full name?
No, I'm going to read it.
Yeah, but I can say it.
You didn't even know this is his full name, did you? Until I pointed it out.
And to be fair, like not a lot of people knew, but
God, no, they changed it on the app.
Oh yeah, they just shortened it to
Oh my God, now it's just
Mamouche.
Omar Mamouche. But
Yeah.
before it was Omar, DJ Khaled, Mohammed, Abd El Salah Mamouche.
Dude, what is this DJ Khaled stuff you're putting
Oh
up?
my
It was
god.
just Khaled. It wasn't DJ Khaled, but crazy name, epic name. Honestly, it makes me kind of want to bring him in for that. But 7 million. We kind of debated whether he was going to be a forward or a midfielder. Being classified as a forward, so kind of in that Gakpo range, right? He's probably going to play as a winger, I'm assuming, but gets kind of planted in that forward category and pretty much same price that Gakpo is. So
I
it could be.
actually don't know if he'll play as a winger, by the way.
Where do you think he'll play?
So you know how like City line up like almost in like sometimes like in this like because they push their fullbacks into the midfield, like they have two wide winger and they do the little box with two
Yeah, like
cams.
a diamond.
Like I think because De Bruyne doesn't always like De Bruyne's legs just can't handle playing like every game anymore. There could be times where it's like Foden and Marmouche, and he like while Foden drifts a little bit wider and stays a little bit deeper in the half spaces, he plays as like a big man 1-2 combo with Holland, big man little man. Like I could see that happening. I could also see him playing left winger, but
So
I just feel like he could be
like
more
a 10, you're
central.
saying?
What's up?
Like as a 10, pretty much, or
Yeah, just like almost as like a center forward, like a second striker.
Okay.
Like he's not the striker, but he teams up with Holland and is a little more central than being like an out and out winger. Because City's wingers stay really wide, right? And I don't think that's where you get the best out of him. I think
We'll see.
he is
We'll
better
see.
close to the goal.
I mean, look, I don't think anyone's going to be bringing him in yet, obviously. I'm sure half the people don't even know he was added to the game. So, but look, City do have a nice run of fixtures starting like week 30, I think, after this kind of bad run they have. So, I mean, look, you want a little boost at the end of the season. Could be a nice
Gives us
option.
plenty of time to see how many minutes he'll get.
If he's getting the minutes.
Exactly.
And this is the biggest thing, right? But hey, if you're getting, we've always talked about all season, the forwards has been a tricky spot just because there hasn't been like a great number of options that have been performing. But you get a 7 mil forward for a City team that's pushing to make Champions League at the end of the season. I mean, could be a nice option. We'll see.
I agree. It's exciting. And there's also, while we're talking about his addition, they also added Husinov, I believe his name is.
Yep. The young center back.
5 million center back.
Yep.
Is that, I know we discussed his price earlier. Do you guys think that's too high, too low? Do you think he'll start?
I don't know. I mean, look, we had the discussion whether he was nailed, right? Like you've got to, like Diaz has been in and out with injuries all season. Obviously, Diaz is nailed. Like, if he's healthy, he's their best centre back. He's one of their probably best. He's essential for that team, right? So Diaz is definitely playing. But I mean, they play three at the back, right? If you have kind of Gvardiol on the left, kind of as that inverting centre back that they play. I mean, I think you play Kusanov over Akanji, for example. I think that could be the way they go. But
Akanji's good though. I don't know what you have against him.
Yeah,
I don't have anything against him, but I mean, why are they bringing in Kusanov like to not play a minute this season? Like, why
is he left-footed?
Yeah,
I don't know that. I don't know that. But
I haven't seen him play.
Not spending that much money on centre back on a good centre back in January to have him sit on the bench all season. I get
he's young,
yeah,
right?
it's just he's young. It's I feel like ever since Akanji joined City, he's pretty much been a lock in that team.
Well, that's not true, but you know, he plays.
He plays the last couple of years.
He plays. I wouldn't say he's a lock.
Okay.
Like he definitely gets like the thing is Pep rotates his defense like an absurd amount. Like just way too much.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say Husinov will be a lock. I also wouldn't say he won't get any minutes. I think he'll get minutes. I think you'll just have the same problem as you do with many of City's assets is you're basically going to be sweating the notification that the lineups are out. Like, it's just the same thing.
We'll see. Anyway, regardless, like a City defender right now is just not where you want to go. Regardless, if he's 4.5, 4 mil, 3 point, like it doesn't. 0.5.
Well, 3.5, we'd take it.
Okay, probably. But anyway,
what about Vitor? What about Vitor Rice?
No, there's no point talking about him.
He's at 18.
Okay. Well, I was going to say he's 4.5. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm surprised he's not in the Jemai Simpson Pussy range, but he's not. They gave him the 4.5 promotion.
They didn't lump him in with Pussy.
No.
How could they not lump him in with Pussy, dude?
I don't know.
That's tough. Pussy's a good player. He's got shown a lot of potential over the years.
Well, fellas, how about we go back to our FPL and get on to our tinkering? I mean, I have 4 free transfers. Coupe, you have 3.
Yep.
Charlie, you have 1, 2, 3. 3. Dude, are you serious?
What do you mean, bro?
It's crazy, man.
He's very quietly rolled the last few weeks.
Have you had more than 3 at any given point in this season?
Probably not, no.
I think you should roll then and get to 4.
I if I can start, I am probably rolling, to be honest. Evan Nilsson retaining his place in my team. I want to see another week of. I wouldn't start an Everton player this week against Brighton away, and I'm likely bringing in either DCL or Ndai. So I'd like to see another week and just kind of see how they play under Moyes. One more week before I make my decision as to who I bring in there. So I'll roll 4 free transfers, and then next week I'll be bringing in one of those 2 Everton guys for Evan Nilsson. Anthony Gordon probably makes way for Bumo. And then maybe Lewis Hall makes way for Mikalenko. And I could do Dean Henderson to Pickford, but I'm not sure I want 3 Everton players. But those are the options on the table. So rolling this week, our team looks great this week. We got 3 Newcastle players against Southampton away. We've got 3 Liverpool players against Ipswich at home. Eze against Brentford at home. Gabriel, Wolves away. And then JP against Everton at home. So I'm expecting a big week.
I hope they all fucking brick.
They probably will. But hey, on paper, it's great.
Yeah, it does. Coop?
I already made. No, I already made moves. I made them last night.
What?
Yeah, I made them last night.
Dude, why would you do that?
So I have rationale, and I think it's good.
He went and got Cody Gakpo. That's what he found a way to get Cody Gakpo, and I think I know how he did it.
We were talking about this all last. I didn't think you actually made the moves there.
Can I guess? Can I guess how you did it? Coop?
No, let him say that. Let him say the moves.
I want to guess.
No, I want him to guess. To guess.
Lewis Hall to Mikalenko. Lewis Hall to Mikalenko. Chris Wood to Cody Gakpo.
No, I think. Wait. I want to guess. Well, you've definitely done Chris Wood to Gakpo, which I think is a little.
That one's obvious.
Which is a little bit crazy, but whatever. And then you had to find money somewhere. Dude, did you drop Riot to Pickford?
No.
That was something I told him to do, but I guess
no. So I brought in Gakpo for Wood, and I brought in DCL for JP. And the reason why it's obviously not ideal.
DCL.
It's obviously not ideal selling JP before Everton at home. And of course, I had Calvert-Lewin, as we all did earlier this year, when he just totally screwed us over. But one of the first things Moyes did when he came in is he said, DCL, you're back in the starting 11. And last week, I don't know if you guys saw that goal he scored. It was honestly, it was fantastic. It looked like he had the ball on a string, controlled it well. He was like being pressured by 2 to 3 defenders at the time. And
one of them was probably Dragon.
That
doesn't count.
Dude, Dragusin is not that bad.
Yeah.
He's really not that bad.
Dragusin's fine, man.
Awful.
But anyway, I'm gonna ride out DCL for the double and pray for some returns. But the reason why I made those moves now, and I did acknowledge to myself, there is a chance that JP and Wood outscore Gakpo and DCL this week, for sure. But if I didn't make that move before Cody's price rise, I wouldn't be able to make my 2 moves next week, which are going to be Bumo for Sarr and Gabriel for Miko. And so I actually would have been locked out on price, and so I had to make that move last night. Because at the end of the day, despite the double, my number one priority was getting Brian back for Tottenham.
I really hope one of that. Do you have the exact money to do those other 2 moves?
Yes, now I have the
I'm
exact money.
praying that one of them moves in price before.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do it like on
That would
like
be so
the moment the
fucking.
Yeah.
deadlines, the moment the new week starts, you got to do it.
Exactly.
I hope one of them rises.
And that's what my plan
I hope
is.
one rises like tonight or tomorrow.
And I don't think there's any reason that should happen. But I think I will. I'll probably just end up wild carding out of panic if that happens.
for Brian.
Wait, so who are you starting? Are you starting ESR or Calvert-Lewin?
I think I'm probably starting ESR actually this week.
Against Man
that's
United?
that's what my friends over at FanDuel are implying. and no, it'll be tight. I'm honestly not sure.
Coop,
but-
what are the TSOA lines? Who are you captaining based off the TSOA lines?
I haven't looked at those. I mean, it has to be Salah, right?
I mean,
Just has to be.
dude, is Isak plays Southampton away and they concede chances for fun, especially down the center.
It's hard for me to see how Isak's odds are not going to be steeper than Salah's. But I actually think I'll probably play ESR this week.
Against Man United.
Yeah.
Against your boys, Coop. Against your boys.
Well, my boys are okay. They are my boys, but I mean, let's
No,
be
no.
honest.
I just want the viewers to know. Coop is a fake Liverpool fan. He is no longer a Liverpool fan. He is fully a Man United fan. He's aboard the 14th place fucking trolley or whatever the fuck we want to call it over here. Coop, it's okay to be a Man United fan. It sucks, but it's okay. Like, it's in your heart of heart.
I mean, what would you guys do? I mean, on one hand, it was kind of a big result for Everton against Tottenham. So maybe there's some new confidence back in that side with Moyes. Do they get a result against Brighton away though? I'm not sure. I mean, Brighton
I would play
a little unbeaten run themselves. So
I think I would just about play DCL. Is he on pens?
yes, he's on pens. I mean, we don't really know. I can't tell you the last time Everton took a pen. They never score goals, and they're rarely pens.
If there's a chance he's on pens, we know Smith Rowe's not on pens, and we know Smith Rowe probably won't last more than 75 minutes. I think I would play DCL and just, my favorite word, hope for some positive variance.
Yeah, it's tough. We'll see. Dude, the thing is that Smith Rowe, like, I get to choose between two guys that are on heaters. Well, I wouldn't say heaters, but coming off goal performances. So we'll see.
So messed up with your brain. All right, Hassan.
I could go get DCL this week, but I have no reason to do so because I can just bench Strand Larson this week. So I probably won't do that, and I'm probably just going to roll and have 5 free transfers for the first time ever next week. And then from there, I can just aggressively attack the double. I want a third Liverpool player, whether that's going to be Gakpo or Luis Diaz or another defender. I don't know. And
I'm not getting Lucho.
Well, here's the thing. Getting Gakpo is difficult for me in my current situation, whereas getting Lucho would just be downgrading a midfielder or like just doing a sideways midfielder move. So it could be easier for me to do so, in which case I'm just leaving the option open. Like, yeah, I would prefer to get Gakpo than Luis Diaz. But there's also a very good possibility that I just end up going with like Van Dijk or Konate. And then probably DCL or Ndai and Pickford. I will be making a goalkeeper move. I will be getting Pickford. I like Pickford a lot. And I could also get Mikolenko. I might be triple Liverpool, triple Everton.
You're gonna get Pickford for Flecken?
Yeah.
Bro, you're gonna have 10 mil in your goalkeeper? That's crazy.
Well, I can change it later, like this wild card.
That is crazy, bro. That's so much money in your defense.
First of all, it wouldn't be 10 mil in my goalkeepers. It would be 9.5, which is roughly the same as everybody else.
Pickford's 5 and Sells is 4.9.
Well, yeah, but I got Sells at 4.5 in game week 1. So, like, that's not really how it works. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to go get Pickford. And I might also get Miko, in which case I would be triple Liverpool and triple Everton and just aggressively attack the double. That could be my play. I mean,
you need points. So.
Exactly. I do need the points a little bit. So, and now that I know Coop's gotten DCL, I lean more towards Ndai.
What if I get NDI?
Then I think I would still
he goes NDI too. Yeah.
Just because it's so much more. Like, if both of us get Ndai and he outscore, and let's say like he gets like 20 points,
Dude, let's
Yeah,
be
you get
let's be
20
real.
from
Let's
DCL? What fucking planet do you live on, bro?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
just
Let's
say
say
like
he
11.
gets,
Just say
he gets
11
It's like,
versus
15
two.
points.
start with like 10.
Let's say he
Yeah.
gets 15 points. He gets a return in
15,
each game.
10, bro, 10.
A return in each game and some bonus points. He gets 15 points, and DCL puts up a 2-pointer, aka literally gets a yellow in each game. I think Coupe would go mad.
Oh, I thought you were saying DCL was going to get 20.
No. And Die gets a return in each game. DCL does nothing, gets 2 yellows, puts up a 2-pointer. I think Coupe would actually lose it if we both had Die. Whereas if it was flipped and it was just you who had Die and DCL was the one that returned, I don't think you'd be as animated. So I think now that Coupe is guaranteed DCL, I might be leaning Die. Also,
Nice.
I just want to yell at my
Okay.
TV and Die. And start singing the song like I did last week.
Yeah, but you don't have to sing again. And we'll move on to differential before that even happens.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm rolling this week. 5 free transfers next week. That's my plan as of right now.
Differential.
When in doubt, roll.
What Coupe?
I was gonna say just get DCL, and then this guy goes and Die. Just let him tumble down the ranks even more.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to have DCL on my team again.
Yeah, I know. You're
Like,
clearly
at least
leaning.
Ndiaye
You're
is
clearly
like-
leaning and Die.
At least NDI is like he's actually a good player. Like he's a good footballer.
Dude,
Yeah.
DCL is a good player when he's in form, and I'm telling you, that goal that he
Fine,
scored,
He's a shit
that-
Nicholas Jackson, bro.
dude, no, that is crazy to say with what Nicholas Johnson's doing. But
not.
dude, that goal that DCL scored was by far the best moment he's had all year. I think he's gonna build on that.
Well, it was good because he didn't have to think about it. He's not like running through on goal with like 20 seconds thinking about what he's going to do. Like it was like, boom, shot. You know what I mean? It was like in the moment. It's like these strikers who have too much time to think about it.
He took at least 2 or 3 good touches before shooting, but okay.
Well, yeah, but it was like a snapshot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll see what happens. Now let's move on to our differentials because I won last week and it's the only thing that I have going for me.
I think we're all on 3 now, right?
I don't know. I'm on 3.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought
We
you were
are,
on
we
4.
are, we are on 3. We are.
This is a big week.
Charlie claimed last week that he's on 4.
No, I didn't.
Well,
Coupe did.
No, I actually went back and listened to episodes for this podcast. It was 3-3-3. But I just want to say it's pretty fucked that I wasn't able to choose phone. Like,
It's not fucked. It's not. You can't choose back to back.
Yeah.
Any more rules?
Who's starting this week?
Is that actually-
I'm not going phone, so I assume one of you wants phone.
I don't want to go first, so.
I'll start. I'm going with the big man up top for Crystal Palace, Jean-Philippe Mateta, who single-handedly ruined my game week last week, but he's looking for redemption this week.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
going for a guy who could not be less relevant so far this year in fantasy just because of his availability. But he should be starting up top for Spurs, and that is Richarlison.
I like it.
Leicester.
I'm going to take a shot in the dark here because he plays the 3rd best defense in the league and the one that has kept the most clean sheets with Liverpool. And I'm going to go with Antoine Semenyo. Him and Ouattara are
Dango
going to tear apart the Nottingham Forest defense.
I want to bring in Dango so bad, bro.
Dude, did you? The model was actually telling me to go get Dango yesterday.
Dude, Dango's a boy.
I probably
Dango?
he will probably be coming in directly for ESR at some point if he continues to play up top.
Anyway, good
Those are
episode.
good picks. Wait, can we hold on? I kind of like spaced out while you guys were saying. I do that sometimes when both of you guys are talking. It's just like in through one year, out through the next. I got Semenyo. You have Mateta, and who do you have, Coop? Richarlison. Holy shit! I forgot he exists.
I
Did
know.
he start today?
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Did he score?
No.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He scored last week, though.
All right, nice, Coop. It's good to know that you just don't want to win differential of the week. It's good.
Okay. I think it's a pretty solid play. I almost went Matters.
You're choosing Semenyo against Forest, bro. That's
Yeah,
not.
but Bournemouth are a good team.
Yeah,
Dude,
And
you-
Semenyo's a good player.
I hope they.
He's
I hope
their
that.
talisman. He's their talisman, and he's on a flurry right now. I'm catching the Semenyo flurry for differential.
I envision a 1-1 draw.
Look at this. Mini flurry, I guess. He had 12, put up 12 against Chelsea away, put up an assist against Newcastle away. He's going to get a goal and an assist against Nottingham Forest. I'm calling it.
So he has 2 weeks of goal involvement, and you're calling it a flurry.
I said mini flurry, to be fair. He's
Okay.
about to make it a flurry, baby. He's about to make it a blizzard in this bitch.
He's about to make
think-
it a flurry.
Okay. Wait. I think that 4 is a flurry, and I think that. And I think that
4 is a
6,
blizzard.
I think that 6 is a blizzard. I think 6 is a blizzard.
Bro, 6
Like-
in a row. Returning 6 in a row is like very tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean blizzards are rare occurrences.
Blizzards are
They're they don't happen all that much.
So is
Anyway.
Isak in a blizzard or is he out of the blizzard?
No. Isak
He's
was on
done now.
an
He
avalanche,
already
and
bu-
now he's at the end.
So now he just has to restart his like run.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if he returns like 8 and 9, like but
No.
what, you know,
Isak's still avalanching right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Who the
okay. I think what's fair is that your streak is clipped if you blank in 2 straight.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
All right, boys.
All right,
I
fellas.
have 9 of my players playing in like the first slate of games, so I'm just going to be sweating on the couch.
Yeah, that's
I
why I
told
kind of
my-
want to play ESR.
I told my girl not to disturb me before 12 p.m. Saturday Eastern time, so she knows I'm on Do Not Disturb.
Nice. I might be playing footy myself Saturday morning, so I might actually miss the early slate, but I should be back.
Wow, that is insane.
I should be
I mean-
back for the City Chelsea game.
I'm not really sure how I feel about that, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe I'll
How do
skip.
you like? That's probably why you're not like your team doesn't. You don't deserve to have a good team if you're not even going to watch the games.
Yeah,
Like,
but I'm playing the game. I'm playing the
no,
beautiful game.
no, because you're not watching, bro. They know that.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll stay in.
Yeah, better.
All right,
All
fellas.
right, boys. Peace.
Cheers.
Peace.
Peace and prosperity.